Countdown to kickoff. We are here at Sticks and Vines in Durham. And I tell you what, we got a really big show for you today. Of course, the Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Harlem Beer Distribution of North Carolina and the Greater Raleigh Sports Alliance. I'm your host, Donal, Ware. We have a plethora of coaches today for the Countdown to Kickoff. We've been very much looking forward to this. This is our sixth Countdown to Kickoff. Joining us first, and he'll join us momentarily, is going to be Shaw head football coach Adrian Jones. But we've also got lined up North Carolina Central head football coach Trey Oliver going to join us on the program. Elizabeth City State head football coach Marcus Hilliard also going to join us today here on the Countdown to Kickoff. Richard Hayes of Fayetteville State going to join us. Johnson C. Smith's head coach Maurice Flowers going to join us as well. Livingstone's head coach Sean Bilt also going to join us today on the program. Winston-Salem State head football coach Robert Massey, as well as North Carolina A&T head football coach Vincent Brown going to join us today on the program. So this is the sixth time we've done this, and we have a great time. It's great camaraderie with the coaches. This is the most coaches we've ever had in any one setting. There are 9 HBCUs in the state of North Carolina that play football. We've got 8 for you today. Of course, when you think about HBCU football, the birth of HBCU football was in the state of North Carolina on December 27, 1892. A game between Biddle and Livingstone was played, and Biddle won that game 5-0, and that was the birth of HBCU football. And so with that sort of being said, the birth of HBCU football happening right here in the state of North Carolina. So gotten that sort of out of the way, and actually want to remind you, of course, if you're familiar with the HBCU Football Daily Podcast, that's going to kick back off not this upcoming Monday, but the following Monday. So Monday through Friday, we're going to get you set for the HBCU football season, and we're going to do that beginning next Monday through the Celebration Bowl. So whatever that Friday prior to the Celebration Bowl, I think it's December 15th this year, Monday through Friday, we're talking HBCU football. You can check that out at Boxtorow.com, and also you can check it out on the Boxtorow YouTube page. Big shouts out, of course, to Big Sports for televising this as well. So without further ado, we're going to kick things off. This is the 4th time, and again, we've done this 6 times, but this is the 4th time that Adrian Jones, the head football coach of Shaw, has joined us here. His first time was in 2017. This is his 7th season as the head football coach at Shaw, and he joins us here on the Countdown to Kickoff. Your first up. What's going on, Coach Jones?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's great to have you. So I want to kind of get your thoughts. First of all, you may be the longest tenured head coach in the CIAA. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure about that, but you've been there 7 years. Does it seem like it's been 7 years at Shaw?
It doesn't seem like it's been 7 years. To correct you, it's me and Coach Hayes. We both came in the same year.
So it doesn't seem like it's been 7 years.
No, I must be doing a little something right.
So when you think back to the 2022 season, I want to kind of get your thoughts, because I know there were a lot of high expectations coming into last year, coming off that 2021 season. In the last couple of years, it's been you and Fayetteville State battling for that division crown. Not to make excuses, but you were beset by some injuries in 2022.
Yeah, we had a lot of injuries. You know, you don't expect to have a lot of injuries by your starters, but you know, things happen, and we had to go back to the drawing board and build depth. So you know, if guys get hurt, we don't have to worry about those things. But we're prepared, and we learned our lessons from the injuries, and hopefully we have a great season this year.
What did you take away? What did you take away from spring and spring practice this year?
You know, you have to self-evaluate yourself. You know, it starts with the coaches. A lot of times coaches like to blame the players, but at the end of the day, you know, we're the coaches. We got to find out what we're doing wrong to make sure that we're a better football team. And just to piggyback on that, Christian Peters, our quarterback, you know, he's not a pocket passer, and I think we did him a disjustice by, you know, trying to make him a pocket passer. He's an athlete. You know, we're going to use him in various different ways, wide receiver, quarterback, you know, whatever we can do to, you know, disrupt the defense. So it starts with the coaches, and I think we did a good job of making sure that we're good on offense and on defense and what we can do better.
It seems that we're seeing a lot of a sort of maybe a two-system quarterback situation in college football as a whole, and it sounds like you're going to implement that this year as well.
It's not a secret. Christian Peters is going to be our starter, but between Silas Cruz and Patrick Blake, they'll be the other quarterback, the other trigger man. And whenever Christian's not at quarterback, expect to see him at wide receiver.
And he's going to have some help in the backfield. Sidney Gibbs comes back for you. I mean, this is a guy rushing in excess of 700 yards. Last year's a previous first-team All-CIAA guys rushed for 1,000 yards in a season in his career. One of the preeminent quarterbacks in the CIAA, or running backs, I should say.
Sidney Gibbs has had a great career. Right now, I was telling coaches the other day that it's probably out of my 20-plus years of coaching, it's probably the most focused kid I've ever seen in my life. He is very focused on making it to the NFL and making Shaw University, a powerhouse. He's doing everything right. He's been a leader. He's just a great kid. He's looking forward to breaking the all-time record at Shaw University. I think he's like 300-plus yards from breaking it. That's big for a person to come in and be a four-year starter.
Can you speak to how you're able, because now you've got the transfer portal, a kid like that, you mentioned the fact that he's got tremendous skills, maybe a guy potentially that could play somewhere else, yet he's playing for you for 4 years. How, in this day and age of college football, are you able to keep, not just the Sidney kids, but kids in general at your school?
It's hard. Sidney Gibbs, I don't know if you knew, last year went in the transfer portal. But, he came back to us and, apologized and was like, Coach, this is where I started. This is where I want to finish. Now Division II football has become the modern day JUCO. Guys get some experience here and then want to move up. So we as coaches have to prepare and make sure that we bring in enough athletes so when those guys leave that we don't miss a beat.
Let's stick with the offense a little bit. That offensive line should be very solid for you in 2023.
No disrespect, we got the best offensive line in the conference. I really do believe that. We did a good job of recruiting. We got some guys in the mid-year that got to learn our system. We 6'4" across the board. And not just guys that can't move, they're athletic, and they want to see Sidney Gibbs be successful.
Let's look at the defense a little bit. I mean, you've got some guys that can really play, but I want to focus on this kid, Jay Boyd, first team All-CIAA on last year. Talk about what he means to that defense.
Jay Boyd means a lot. The little thing about Jay Boyd, he came in last year at the beginning of the year, and 2 or 3 days later, he was one of our leaders on the team. He went in, he was the second leading interception guy in the conference. He leads by example. He's one of those guys that, is our general. And we look forward to him coming back and doing the same thing this year.
Some of the other guys we names we need to be on the lookout for on the defensive side of the football for the Bears this season.
Who plays corner. He had 4 interceptions last year. He was third in the league in interceptions and missed 4 games. You have James Simon, 6'5", 230-pound. Former defensive end that we moved to linebacker. You have Elijah Wilson, who was all rookie at safety, and Brian Patterson, and the list goes on. Only real person we lost on our defense last year is Jaleel Stryvins. That's a hole that we have to fill, but up front, we look just the same as we did last year.
And so you look at the schedule, you've got a tough one. You go on the road in the first game, go to Columbia, South Carolina to take on Benedict. But then 3 of your first 4 games are on the road. Can you kind of speak to that and, trying to kind of get out to the right start?
Well, we used to being on the road, but like I said, Benedict, who was Black College National Champs, that's a big game. They're going to be ranked in the top 25. Then we come back and play Virginia Union, who's in the top 25 as well. So we're going to be battle tested, but we're up for the challenge. We look forward to it. One thing about me, man, this football team that we got this year, I'm confident in it. And it's not to be cocky, but it's confidence. We think that we can win the CIAA. Not saying that, it's going to be easy, but it's a good conference. But we're seasoned. We're probably one of the most veteran teams and one of the most veteran coaching staffs. So we're going to hang our hat on that and make people play us.
Staff-wise, any changes to your staff coming into 2020?
No staff changes. It'll be Coach Hester's second year offensive coordinator. We did lose Coach Manigo to Virginia State last year, and I think Coach Hester's done a great job of learning and getting better and making sure our offense is good. But other than that, everybody's back.
And then I talked about the first 4 games that are on the road, but then you've got 3 straight home games. To speak to that and being, I know you're at Durham County Stadium, but kind of being back in the fold at home.
Well, I'm from Durham. I think Durham County Stadium is a great venue for us. I know it's a little ways from Raleigh, but the venue's nice. We enjoy it, and it's home to us. And we're gonna protect our home. Last year we did a lot better on the road, but we expect to be a powerhouse in our own home.
How are you growing? So again, I mentioned 7 seasons. How are you growing as a head coach at Shaw?
It's just finding our niche, being a good coach. Making sure our coaches are held liable, and making sure our kids are learning. I used to be more of a delegator. Now I kind of let my coaches coach. I believe in them. I just sit back and make corrections where corrections need to be made.
And one of the things you were sharing before we came on the air, you've got a young lady that's going to be one of the place kickers for you this year. Can you speak to that?
The young lady on our team this year is India. She's a soccer player. We actually gave her a scholarship. She's not going to play soccer anymore. She's actually going to be our backup kicker, and she worked out for us, and she's a very good kicker. So we're looking forward to making history. We're having our first girl on our football team.
And then when do things sort of get started for you and the Bears?
Camp on July 28th, and as far as doing physicals and all that stuff, and on that Monday, the 31st, is when we'll start our first practice.
All right, give it up for Adrian Jones, the head football coach of Shaw, joining us.